You are now watching a Homewood Flossmoor High School Viking Broadcast Company student-run sports broadcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ben Hilligan, and welcome to the HF Boys Varsity Volleyball game, where we'll be playing Lemont Indians. So we got a good game going on here. I'm really excited to see what goes on tonight. I'm also joined here by
Aisha,
How-
Elamine.
How you doing tonight?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. So have you played volleyball?
I have.
How many years have you been playing it?
6 years.
Awesome. So you started in junior high?
5th grade.
Ooh, nice. So now we'll be doing an introduction of all the players. Okay. So for the varsity boys roster, for the Lemont Indians, we have Benson Bradley, number 2, Dan Biscon, number 13, Matt Blecka, number 10, Ethan Calderon, number 4, Christopher Calhoun, number 8, Brent Doherty, number 12, Mark Exiner, number 11, Nico Ivasovic, number 16, Aiden Klimczak, number 3, Matthew Nelson, number 9, Brandon Stomp, number 6, Joseph Temecki, number 17, Mark Wenkel, number 7, and Lucas Zaksik, number 14. The head coach is Chris Sagata. Athletic director is John Young. Superintendent is Dr. Mary Tickner. The mascot is the Indians. The assistant coach is Kelsey Pellis. The principal is Eric Michelson. And the colors are blue and Vegas gold. And now for the HF varsity lineup, we have number 3, Nevin Adams. Number 9, Kenyon Haynes. Number 6, Isaiah Simmons. Number 7, Luis Ramirez. Number 9, Louis Lampley. Number 11, Avery Cole-Danner. Number 14, Dylan Taylor. Number 15, Amari Vasugi Parks. Number 16, Ethan Tyner. Number 17, Henry Conaway. Number 18, Emmanuel Kaiser. Number 21, Cam Polmacher. Number 24, Chim Akpakpar Hansen. And number 23, Markel Flanagan. Head coach is Bob St. Ledger, along with assistant coaches Sean Carls and John Moy. Now let's take a look at the interview.
Season, it's been pretty good. We won our first game. Tournament wasn't the best, but we were working hard. We were doing it. We're getting it good.
So with commitment on the back of our shirt, our coach St. Ledger, he put this on our shirt so our players know how much he wants commitment. Because last year we had a little bit of struggle with commitment because players would miss practices and games because of other stuff. And this year, I feel like he wants it to be like more together, and he wants the team to be like a bond, like together.
Well, we have a lot of fresh meat, so it's just like a lot of raw potential. And once we start honing that in, we'll be a pretty good team.
But we're young and we're working hard every day in practice, and we got a lot of kids that are just getting back into the swing of volleyball. We don't do much in the off season regarding it, so we're confident that we're going to continue to get better throughout the course of the year.
A special thanks to our Viking Broadcasting Company's gold sponsors, Orthodontics Associates in Flossmoor,
Welcome back,
Forever
everybody.
Yogurt, and
We're
Cherry Creek
finishing
Shopping
the
Center.
national
Up to
anthem right now. Now let's play a good game of volleyball. So starting up for the Lemont Indians, number 2, Bradley Benson for setter, number 14, Lucas Zasek for outside hitter, number 6, Brandon Stomp for middle back, number 12, Brent Doherty for right side hitter, number 9, Matt Nelson for outside hitter, and number Nico Ivasovic for middle back. So the players are now getting ready to play. HF's huddled up over there, probably doing a nice pep talk. There's a lot of excitement going on. So it looks like the Raiders are going, or the Indians are going to be serving first. All right, so number 2 is now going to be getting ready to serve. So let's see.
Great set by Kenyon.
Good return. Unfortunate spike by Avery. All right, Benson's now going up to do a second serve. One over. Oh, hit that basketball hoop up there. Yeah, like the ceilings are kind of low here, so there's like, it's a big tendency for that to happen every now and then. Luis with a good return. Avery with a spike. Hit the antenna. Point Indians. Benson with his next serve.
Great hustle by Kenyon.
Good hit by Henry
Great save by
Conaway.
Henry on the right side. Out goes Luis and in Ethan Tyner, the middle.
Lewis Lampley is now up to serve. Unsuccessful serve, so now the point goes back to the Indians.
Out goes Luis and back in the libero, Luis.
Lucas Zasek with the serve. Great hit by Ethan Tyner right there. He found out a good spot to put it, and that's what he did. Kenyon Haynes with the next serve for the Vikings. Smart tip. Now serving is Brandon Stomp. Unfortunately, there was no one there to take the second hit by Avery. Stomp with the serve. Good setup by Luis. Great hit by Henry. Indians were very close to recovering that right there, but the point goes to the Vikings. Avery is now up to serve. Serve goes over.
Great float.
3 hits by the Indians. Great volley by the Vikings. Avery with another serve. Great return. But unfortunate loss. Now serving is Joseph Temecki. It was an unlucky return. Temecki up to serve again for the Indians. Great set by Kenyon.
Miss hit by Cameron.
Timeout Vikings. Now let's take a quick commercial break.
A special thanks to our Viking Broadcasting Company's gold sponsors, Orthodontics Associates in Flossmoor, Forever Yogurt in Cherry Creek Shopping Center, Upsa Daisy Boutique in downtown Homewood, Fred Cheney Coaching Experience, Brian Peterson LJW Realty, and Team Mac.
Located in Chicago Heights, Supreme Clientele Barber and Beauty
Is 4-9 Lemont Indians. Now they're in a timeout with 15 seconds left, and they will be back onto the court. So the break has commenced, and now they will be heading back onto the court. Joseph Temecki serving once again.
Good pass by Avery.
Good attempt by Ethan Tyner. Unsuccessful dump by Henry Conaway.
Good block by the
Actually
Indians.
successful dump. Ethan Tyner is now up to serve.
Over nice and easy. Great
Block by Lewis. Ethan serving once again. Great serve over. 14 goes to get it. Set it by 2. Hit by 9.
Good
Ethan
pickup.
receives it. Cam with the hit.
Great swing
Fantastic.
down the line by Cam.
Fantastic hit by Cam. Ethan goes up to serve again. Tries to get it over, but is blocked by Cam and Lewis. Lewis unsuccessfully hits it over, causing the Indians to receive the point. And now Matthew Nelson is serving for the Lemont Indians. Short serve by Nelson. Point now falls to the Vikings, where Henry Conaway will be serving.
Great ace by Henry. Can he get another?
I think he can.
Unsuccessful attempt to block the ball by Lampley, causing it to go out.
Nico Vasevec to serve for the Indians. There you go. And it is out. So now Cam is serving for the Vikings. Barely goes over. Good hit by Lewis. Great block. Good pass by Luis. Great hit by Henry. Unfortunate loss. Now the ball is turned over to the Indians once again, where Bradley Benson will be serving. With the serve. Great hit by Lewis. Benson with the set. Luis goes to return it. Hit by Avery. Could not get it over. So the serve goes to Benson once again. Unsuccessful block by Lewis Lampley. Benson with the serve again.
Great top.
Intercepted.
Nice pass by Cam.
Kenyon with the tap. Luis with the pass. Kenyon with the other pass. Avery unsuccessfully hits it over. Benson. Cam. Kenyon taps it over. Hit right back to him. Avery successfully hits it over with the tip that goes out of bounds.
Out goes Luis, and in Ethan Tyner, the middle.
Lewis Lampley to serve. Point for the Vikings. Ball goes out of bounds on the hit. Hits the net for Lewis. Now the point will be turned over to the Indians, where Lucas Zazek will now be serving. Cam with the tap. Fantastic hit by Ethan Tyner.
Great 31. Great set by Kenyon.
Luis with the pass. Kenyon with the set. Avery with the hit. Cam. Successful with that hit, where Zazek was unable to retrieve the ball. Kenyon Haynes is now up to serve for the Vikings. The score is 13-16, Indians. Fantastic save by Cam. Good hit over by Luis.
Great
block.
by
Ethan Tyner and Henry Conaway right there. Kenyon with the serve.
Great float.
Point is then for the Vikings. Kenyon gets the serve once more. Short serve, but still goes over. Luis with the pass. Kenyon is set up. Avery. Successful hit. The score is now tied, 16-16. Kenyon to serve. Benson with the set. Right down the line, and the point is now turned over to the Indians. Brandon Stump will be serving. Here we go. Cam retrieves the ball. Luis sets up Henry. Henry dumps it over, but it is out of bounds, giving Lemont another point.
Currently, we are down by 2 points.
Stomp with the unsuccessful serve. Avery Coldaner is now serving. Zazek retrieves it. Hit over by Niko Vasovic, but unfortunately went out of bounds. So the Vikings win another point, leaving us to tie again with Lemont.
Good block by
Tipped
Ethan.
by Ethan. Henry with a great spike. Let's take a replay at that. Here we go. Avery to serve once again. So now we're going into timeout, so why don't we take a quick commercial break.
Salon creates a friendly care.
CrossFit Chicago Heights provides workout sessions at a high intensity to develop all kinds of strength and agility. Workouts consist of small groups or individual lessons run by trained fitness professionals. Come sign up now at CrossFit Chicago Heights.
We try to spread joy with our product, with our location, with our staff members. Like I said, we are trying to build a happy place. Everyone deserves a happy place, and we just want to be that for our community residents.
Welcome back, everybody. Now we will be doing the final stretch of the first game. The score is 20-18. The Vikings are up by 2 points. Vikings are still in the huddle, but they are ready to finish this game off. Avery Coldaner is up serving. Let's see. Successful serve.
Great throw.
Benson has to tip it over. Kenyon gets it, setting up Ethan. Luis, Cam.
Great adjustment by Cam.
Spike went out. Vikings have gained another point. Henry with the retrieval. Cam with the spike, which is retrieved by Zazek. Tipped by Ethan. Vikings gain another point. Avery with the serve. Zazek with the retrieval. Point Vikings. Avery with yet another serve. Very strong hit by Henry Conaway, ending Avery's serve rally. The score is now 23-19 Vikings. Joseph Temecki will now be up to serve. Avery retrieves it. Kenyon sets it. Henry hits it.
Unfortunately, it is out.
Barely an inch. Temecki to serve. Avery sets it up to Kenyon. Ethan hits
Great
it.
swing.
Great spike by Ethan.
It is now game point, and Ethan Tyner is back to serve.
Let's see how Ethan does.
And he misses on game point.
Unfortunately, Ethan was short on that one, leaving Matthew Nelson to serve. Goes over, Avery retrieves
Great
it.
pass by Avery.
Oh. Avery boots it over. Cam gets it, having Luis tap it over. Luis sets it up for Henry. Great tip. Lewis tips it over, giving the Vikings the win to the first game. So now, let's take another look at that win. We'll now be taking a commercial break while the Vikings and the Indians take a break.
Want to learn to play the piano like a cool cat? Paws and Scales, a piano tutoring service run entirely by felines. With inspiring ability to jump so very high our competition can't touch us. Paws and Scales, we teach humans how to play like animals.
Discover your future at Prairie State College. You'll find great faculty, affordable tuition, and flexible scheduling. With a variety of degree and certificate options, it's easy to discover the career of your dreams. The best part? We're right down the street. Register today at prairiestate.edu.
At Proven IT, we dedicate ourselves to helping our customers succeed. That's why we're the official business systems provider of the Chicago Bears, transforming workplace productivity. Proven IT.
Since 1978, the Urban Health Program at the University of Illinois at Chicago has worked to change the face of healthcare during the past 40 years. UHP has helped thousands of Black, Latinx, and Native American students realize their academic and professional dreams of earning professional degrees and starting professional careers.
A special thanks to our Viking Broadcasting Company's gold sponsors, Orthodontics Associates in Flossmoor, Forever Yogurt in Cherry Creek Shopping Center, Upsa Daisy Boutique in downtown Homewood, Fred Cheney Coaching Experience, Brian Peterson LJW Realty, and Team Mac.
Located in Chicago Heights, Supreme Clientele Barber and Beauty Salon creates a friendly, carefree environment to get a quality haircut. No matter what type of hair you have, with awards and 5-star reviews, Supreme Clientele is the place to get your hair cut, colored, and styled.
CrossFit Chicago Heights provides workout sessions at a high intensity to develop all kinds of strength and agility. Workouts consist of small groups or individual lessons run by trained fitness professionals. Come sign up now at CrossFit Chicago Heights.
Welcome back to the game, everybody. We got 20 seconds left with this intermission. Vikings and the Indians break up and ready to go play a second game. Let's get ready to commence the second game. Luis is ready to go in as a libero. Henry Conaway will be serving the first ball of the second game. Let's hope that he can put a successful one over to start the Vikings off strong. Great serve by Henry. He's put in an unfortunate spot. The ball will now be turned over to the Lemont Indians, where Bradley Benson will be serving. Very strong serve by Benson, which is a little bit too strong, which goes out of bounds, where Cam Polmacher will now be serving. Good serve by Cam. Indians retrieve it. Cam successfully retrieves it.
Unfortunately, Kenyon and Lewis did not close the block, causing the ball to fall through their hands and hit on their side.
Lucas Zazek with the next serve.
Good pass by Cam.
Blocked hit from Lewis Lampley. Zazek serves once again. Here we go.
Good pass by Luis. And great swing by Avery. But it's not done yet.
Kenyon with a good retrieval. Cam punts it over.
Back to free ball.
Lemont. Oh, it looks like the Vikings gained a point.
Lemont loses the point, but with the net by the middle. Back to serve is Ethan. Back to serve is Emmanuel.
Emmanuel Kaiser with the next serve for Luis Ramirez. Good serve.
Good block by Ethan.
Great hit by Avery. The Indians tried to block the ball, but it unsuccessfully went under them. Emmanuel with another serve.
Ball sent over on one, gives the Vikings an opportunity.
Ethan hits the ball a little bit too hard there, having the Vikings lose a point.
Back in is Luis for Lewis in the back row.
Brandon Stomp to serve. Avery hits it. Cam sets it up to Kenyon. Kenyon sets up to Avery.
Great swing by Avery. As he gets the kill off of number 6.
Kenyon with the next serve. Successful serve.
Great pickup by Cam as the team tried to run a slide. But unfortunately, Henry hits the net as he goes up for an approach.
Joseph Tomecki will now be serving for the Indians.
Smart tip by Henry as the Vikings get this point, tooling off of number 2.
Avery is now up to serve. Good jump serve.
Free ball is given to the Vikings.
Kenyon sets up to Cam. It's blocked, but it is
Saved by
retrieved.
Avery.
It's blocked by Henry and Ethan, but the ball unfortunately hits the antenna, giving the Indians a point. Matt Nelson will now be serving. Here we go. Serve goes over. Cam passes it to Kenyon. Kenyon sets it back to Cam. It is on the line, and the Vikings gain a point.
Out goes Ethan Tyner, while Luis Lampley goes in the front row. Back to serve is Luis Ramirez, libero.
Short serve by Luis. Now let's hope they can do good in the defensive round. Luis retrieves it.
Great pass to make up the serve. Good swing by Luis as the ball comes back over to the Vikings.
Cam hits it.
Unfortunately, the Lemont passes the ball over and out, giving a point to the Vikings.
The score is now tied 7-7.
Back to serve is Henry Conaway.
Unsuccessful block. Indians gain another point. Bradley Benson will now be serving once again.
That is the second serve that he has missed in this set.
Cam Polmonker now up to serve for the Vikings.
Great push by the Lemont setter, but unsuccessful swing by their outside hitter.
Mark Exiner failed to hit the ball. So Cam gets a serve once more. Great block by Lewis.
The team tried to run a bic, but it was unsuccessful as Lewis is right on them.
Cam with the serve. Great serve. Zazek is able to hit it over. Lewis has an unsuccessful block. Now Zazek gets the serve for the Indians. Short serve by Zazek.
Giving the Vikings a point once more.
Emmanuel Kaiser is to serve once again.
Just barely making it over. The Vikings get the point as Lemont plays a scrappy game.
Ball hits the ceiling and goes over, so the HF gets a point. Emmanuel gets a serve. Great block by Ethan. The Vikings gain a point. Indians were able to save themselves from that block by Ethan Tyner. So now HF is up 13-9. Manuel to serve. Zazek passes the ball. Bradley gets it.
Hits the ball out, giving the Vikings another point, giving them a lead of 5.
Manuel hitter serve. He's got a rally going. Avery with a hit. The ball is nearly saved, but is unsuccessful. Timeout Lemont. So now we'll be taking a quick commercial break and be right back after this.
We try to spread joy with our product, with our location, with our staff members. You know, like I said, we are trying to build a happy place. Everyone deserves a happy place, and we just want to be that for our community residents.
Want to learn to play the piano like a cool cat? Paws and Scales, a piano tutoring service run entirely by felines. With inspiring ability to jump so very high, our competition can't touch us. Paws and Scales, we teach humans how to play like animals.
Discover your future at Prairie State College. You'll find great faculty, affordable tuition, and flexible scheduling. With a variety of degree and certificate options, it's easy to discover the career of your dreams. The best part? We're right down the street. Register today at Prairie State.
Welcome back to the game, everybody. So we were continuing off with Emmanuel Kaiser's serve rally. Score is 15-9, and now Emmanuel is up to serve. Successful serve.
Lemont is unable to return the ball in, and Emmanuel is back to serve again. They just can't seem to get out of this rotation.
Let's see if Emmanuel can continue this rally for the Vikings. Avery has to dump it over, which gives the Vikings yet another point. So the score is now 17-9. Vikings are up by 8. It's a very strong hit by Matthew Nelson. So the point goes back to the Indians. Up to serve is Brandon Stomp.
Great pass by Cam, and great B ran by Ethan.
Ethan hits it a little bit too hard, out of bounds. So Lemont gets the ball once again, and Brandon Stomp is serving. Almost successful block. Kenyon is able to get the ball. Cam hits it over.
But Avery gets into the net, giving Lemont another point.
Cam is able to retrieve the ball. Kenyon
Great
hits it
dump.
over. Smart move by Kenyon.
And back to serve is Kenyon Haynes, number 5.
Score is 18-12 Vikings.
And he makes it over and in.
It's a very smart spot. HF loses the rotation, and now Joseph Temeki is serving for the Indians. Kenyon with a set. Great hit by Avery. Vikings gain another point, and Avery is now back serving. Good serve by Avery. Luis sets up Avery. Avery taps it over. Kenyon is able to retrieve the ball, and the Indians get the ball back. So now serving for Lemont is Matthew Nelson, number 9. Luis gets the ball. Kenyon sets it to Cam. Cam hits it over. Kenyon. An almost good save, but is unsuccessful. The score is now 19-15 Vikings.
pass by Cam, and
Great hit by Henry. Cam goes to hit. Avery unsuccessfully picks the ball. HF calls the timeout, and now we'll be taking a quick commercial break.
At Proven IT, we dedicate ourselves to helping our customers succeed. That's why we're the official business systems provider of the Chicago Bears, transforming workplace productivity. Proven IT.
Since 1978, the Urban Health Program at the University of Illinois at Chicago has worked to change the face of healthcare during the past 40 years. UHP has helped thousands of Black, Latinx, and Native American students realize their academic and professional dreams of earning professional degrees and starting professional careers.
Welcome back to the game, everybody. The Vikings are up 19-16 against the Indians, and the Indians have been slowly creeping up to the Vikings, but let's see if HF can pull off a win for game 2. Matthew Nelson to serve for the Indians. Kenyon sets it up to Ethan, but Ethan accidentally whiffs the ball, losing a point for the Vikings. Nelson to serve. Luis gets it to Kenyon. Kenyon gets it to Luis.
unfortunately he free balls it over, giving Lemont an almost free point.
It appears Ethan was on the line or the net. Lemont is now a point behind HF. Another timeout is called. The game is now tied at 19-19. The Lemont Indians have come back from a very, very close game. Well, let's take a commercial break while the timeout is in full effect.
A special thanks to our Viking Broadcasting Company's gold sponsors, Orthodontics Associates in Flossmoor, Forever Yogurt in Cherry Creek Shopping Center, Upsa Daisy Boutique in downtown Homewood, Fred Cheney coach.
All right, everybody. So now we're at the final stretch of the second game. The score is 19-19 if you're just joining. HF now goes back onto the courts to hopefully gain a win for the match. Matthew Nelson to serve. He's had a rally. Great hit.
And a great block by Ethan and Henry.
Luis is able to retrieve the ball.
With a clean set.
Kenyon free balls it over.
But unfortunately, Cam.
The block is unsuccessful. Now the Lemont Indians are up 20-19. HF's been ahead of this game this whole time. But Lemont has finally come back. Lemont gains another point.
As HF ices up. Score is 19-21 with Lemont with the lead. They need 4 more points before we need 6. If this goes on, we might go into 3 games.
Ethan hit it over. Free ball.
Cameron early on the block with Ethan, the only ones attempting to stop the hit, but unfortunately fails.
It appears HF has a lot of open spots, so the Indians are able to hit it into those spots, giving them easy points. Kenyon to Avery. Avery with a good spike, and HF finally retrieves the serve after a very, very long rally by Matthew Nelson on the Lemont Indians.
Number 7, Luis, goes back in to serve for Ethan Tyner in the back row. Can he make it over? Let's hope so.
Luis
And
with
he
the jump
does.
serve. Henry and Lewis are unable to block the ball by Lucas Zazek. The Indians are now up 23-20. They only need 2 more points to win a second game, which may bring the Vikings and the Indians to a third game. Avery gets it to Kenyon. Kenyon gets it to Lewis, and Lewis tips it over.
Tip.
A very close save, but the Vikings are able to get a point. Henry Conaway is up to serve. Henry with the serve, goes over.
Lemont
Cam is there to
attempts
retrieve the tip, but Lewis
hits the ball twice. One more point that the Lemont needs in order to get a second chance at winning this match.
Bradley Benson.
Makes his topspin serve.
Lewis free balls it over.
Lewis hits the net, resulting in Lemont getting the game point. There will now be a third set.
So we'll be going into the third game, and now we will be taking. So as HF had a good start to the game, they won first, and then Lemont came back. Lemont came back and beat the Vikings, and yeah, there's been a lot of tension, it looks like, with the Vikings because they just gave up a very, very
big lead.
Yes. Emmanuel Kaiser had a big rally, and then once they lost that rally,
they let them back in.
yeah, Matthew Nelson for the Indians just kept going, and that was able to put them in the lead.
HF failed to get their blocks together, resulting in a lot of missed hits and missed passes.
Yeah. So hopefully for this third game, the Vikings can secure a win. So Robert St. Ledger, the head coach for the Vikings, is giving the team a pep talk. He wants them to secure a good win for the team.
Both teams are very tired, so we can see who's going to want it more by the end of the match.
Let's hope the Vikings want it more.
Let's hope.
We wish good luck to them. There is a minute and 50 left for the intermission into the third game. The Indians are also in a huddle, getting a talk from the coach. Their hopes may be higher because they just came back from a very big loss from the Vikings. So hopefully their confidence doesn't get the better of them. The Indians are already ready. The Vikings are still huddled up, talking. Vikings now take the court to hopefully defeat the Indians in the third and final game of the night.
Lemont gets the first serve, allowing the Vikings to get the first attack. Let's hope they get this point.
Bradley Benson a serve, kicking off the third game. Avery gets it to Cam. Cam hits it over.
Cam picks up the outside hit, and Ethan gets the ball over with a good A. Great set by Kenyon as the Lemont fails to block it. And back to serve is number 5, Kenyon Haynes.
Kenyon with the serve.
A great floater serve right down the line.
Zazek with the hit over. Henry with the hit.
Great swing by Henry. Great
Fantastic.
kill.
That's the kind of spot where you want to put it, like towards the back.
Where nobody's at.
Right, because no one will really suspect it that much. Kenyon to serve again.
It's harder to get a block off of a left-handed right side hitter.
Right. Kenyon gets it to Henry. Henry hits it over. Kenyon now sets it up for Avery. Avery hits it over.
Rolls it over. Roll shot given by Lemont as HF gives the ball back to Henry with a miss hit into the net.
Unsuccessful spike by Avery. Lemont gets the point back, and Lucas Zazek is serving.
You can tell both teams are very tired.
Yes. They've been playing for
Great
this
jump
long.
set.
And volleyball requires a lot of endurance and agility. So you're using up a lot of your energy in a short amount of time.
Great pickup by Luis Libero and
Very
miss hit by Avery as the ball goes out. Tying up the points by 2-2.
Zazek to serve. Cam is able to pass it. Kenyon to set it. Henry hits it, but it is unsuccessful and hits the net. Gaining another point for the Indians. Zazek serving. Goes over. Cam is able to pass it. Sets it up.
Avery tips it over and they fail to block it.
Avery is now serving for the Vikings. The score is tied 3-3. Very smart tip by Matthew Nelson.
Lemont tips it over right over the block, knowing that Kenyon is not there, and he fails to pick up the ball.
Brandon Stomp to serve for the Indians. Avery is there to get it. Kenyon sets it up to Ethan, and Ethan
punts
hits
it over.
Great retrieval by Kenyon.
Unfortunately, it goes over on one hit.
Luis is there. Cam hits it.
Roll shot goes straight to the middle, and Avery is unable to pick it up.
Stop.
Smart play by Kenyon and Ethan as they try to run a C.
Ball goes into the back corner. It did look like it was out, but it fell a little bit short from out of bounds. Kenyon is there.
Scrappy play by Luis, Kenyon, and Cam as they try to get the ball over, but they fail.
Timeout is called by HF, and now we will be going to a quick commercial break.
Located in Chicago Heights, Supreme Clientele Barber and Beauty Salon creates a friendly, carefree environment to get a quality haircut. No matter what type of hair you have, with awards and 5-star reviews, Supreme Clientele is the place to get your hair cut, colored, and styled.
CrossFit Chicago Heights provides workout sessions at a high intensity to develop all kinds of strength and agility. Workouts consist of small groups or individual lessons run by trained fitness professionals. Come sign up now at CrossFit Chicago Heights.
We try to spread joy with our product, with our location, with our staff members. Like I said, we are trying to build a happy place. Everyone deserves a happy place, and we just want to be that for our community residents.
Welcome back, everybody, to the third and final game of the HF Vikings and the Lemont Indians. The score is 3-7. The Indians are up by 4 points. A timeout was called, but their teams are now going back onto the court to finish this game off. Brandon Stomp is serving. Appears something went on with the ref and Avery, but it's all good. Stomp to serve.
Easy serve by Lemont.
Cam to spike, just only tips it over though, so it was too close to the net.
Tip right in the middle 10-foot line, and nobody's able to retrieve it. Point goes to Lemont. Vikings down by 5 points.
Stomp to serve. Luis gets it. Kenyon sets up Henry. Henry hits it. And it is a successful point. The Vikings get the ball back once again. Avery to serve. Oh, Luis is to serve, actually.
Luis is in for Ethan Tyner in the back row, number 7.
Great serve by Luis. Good hits, but Avery is there to retrieve it. Luis has to dump it over for a free ball.
Lemont runs a slide, and HF is unable to block it.
It's a nearly successful tip, but landed on HF's side.
Great pass by Avery.
Kenyon sets it up for Emmanuel, but he does not move out of the way, and Emmanuel fails to hit the ball over.
The Vikings are 6 points behind Lemont, and this is a very tough point game to come
Joseph
back from.
Temeki to serve. Cam gets it to Kenyon, and Kenyon sets Cam to get it, and Kenyon sets up Cam, but he hits the ball out of bounds. Indians gain another point. Joseph Temeki to serve. Henry is subbing out for Emmanuel Kaiser in the front row. With a good hit over, but it is retrieved. And HF loses another point. The
That
score
same spot.
now 11-4 Indians. Avery is there. Joseph Temeki to serve. Here we go. Short hits the net. Henry is now up to serve. The score is 5-12 Indians.
Good serve by Henry. But Lemont still gets the point as Lewis Lampley fails to block the middle hit.
So here we have Matthew Nelson to serve. He had a very long rally last game. Avery's there to get the ball. Kenyon gets it.
Unable to get his hands on it, he has to pass. With miscommunication, Luis has to send a free ball, resulting in Lemont hitting the ball completely out, giving HF another point.
Cam Polmacher is now up to serve.
And it's over and in.
The ball hit the net, and it was very difficult to get. So the Vikings lost yet another point, and the score is now 14-6 Indians. Nico Vasevec serves. Kenyon gets it. Avery hits it over.
Avery tools the other team. They miss the block, giving HF another point and another chance to get a run.
Lewis Lampley is now up to serve for the Vikings. Let's see if he can bring them back from a 7-point up.
And he serves it out.
The score is now 15-7 Indians. Bradley Benson is now serving.
It's a lot of pressure.
Kenyon sets it up to Avery. Avery tips it over. The Indians are able to hit it back over, but it is blocked.
Smart dunk by Avery as he tips it back to the setter spot.
Cam gives it to Kenyon. Kenyon gives it to Henry, and Henry dumps it over. Kenyon gives it to Luis. Luis sets to Henry,
who unfortunately does not jump, resulting in the ball hitting the net.
The score is now 7-16. The Indians are up
by 9 points.
Luis gets the ball, and Cam has to hit it over from the back row.
Both teams are working very hard, but it seems that Lemont is working harder.
Good pass by Henry. Perfect pass to Kenyon. Great hit by Avery.
But it is picked up by Lemont.
Kenyon sets up to Avery again.
And he gets the point.
Successful spike by Avery. Kenyon Haynes is now up to serve. Good jump serve.
Great pickup by Luis.
Avery to hit.
And a smart power tip, giving us another point.
Kenyon is serving again. Let's see if he can bring the Vikings back.
Great float serve.
The score is 16-9 Indians. And the Indians gain another point, 17-9. Lucas Zazek serving. Henry's there to get it. Kenyon sets it up to Henry, and Henry hits it over, but Lemont gets the ball back over. Cam passes it to Kenyon. Kenyon gets it to Ethan, but the ball fails to go over the net.
Resulting in 4 hits.
Cam is there to pass it. Kenyon's there to give it to Avery, but the ball is too close to the net, and Avery is unable to retrieve it. So the Indians get another point. The score is now 19-9. The Vikings are down by 10 points. Avery has to dump it over.
As the ball was shanked, and Kenyon could not get his hands on it. Cam fails to pass the ball to Kenyon, resulting in Kenyon missing the ball.
This may be the final stretch. Zazek misses the ball and does not go over the net.
Giving the Vikings another chance to get a run.
Avery Coldaner to serve.
A nice
Good serve.
float.
The block is not successful.
The outside hits it off of their fingertips and the ball rolls out, unable to retrieve.
Emmanuel Kaiser goes in for Henry Conaway in the front row. Brandon Stomp is serving again. Cam Polmacher successfully sets up to Kenyon, who sets it up back to him. And the Vikings get a point.
That was a pretty bad lift.
The score is 21-11. The Indians are up by 10 points.
Great block by the Vikings as the outside attempts to hit it over but fails on Lemont's team.
Luis now is up serving the ball. Stomp is there to get it. Spike is blocked. It's blocked again. Avery is unable to retrieve it, and Lemont only needs 3 points to win the game.
That is the third time that Lemont has sent it to that same spot, resulting in Avery not being able to get it.
Kenyon sets it up to Emmanuel.
Who hits the ball out, giving Lemont another point with a score of 12-23. Lemont is at 23. They need 2 more points to win the set.
Joseph Temeki. Luis gets it to Kenyon. Kenyon gets it to Avery. It's blocked. Now it is game point, 24-12 Indians. Joseph Temeki to serve possibly the last serve of the game. Emmanuel's able to tip it over. Great save
by Avery.
But the tip loses the game for the Vikings. Vikings lose the game 25-12 and lose overall. Okay. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for the game. My name is Ben Hilgen.
My name is Isha Alameen.
Have a great night, everybody.